Well, there we go. Microphone is working. Got that working. So need to check that out. Looks like I made a switch here. Hey everybody, welcome to a Sunday regular live stream of retroCombs. Let me check on chat. Make sure, yes, there is sound now, right? You have sound. Tell me you have sound, Chris. Tell me you have sound. You should have sound. Let me know if you have sound. I'm seeing sound. I started yammering there a little bit I think I was kind of talking to myself for a few minutes there. Good, we have sound. Michael is there. Good, thank you for that. I'm going to check something. Really a lot of today is, as I put in the video description, this is a lot of just kind of hanging out, seeing how y'all are doing, but also, oh, great sound, perfect. I want to make sure that my setup is working. I'll be sharing some things. Those of you who joined me for the last disastrous live stream, first of all, thank you for hanging in there with me. It was a complete disaster. We had latency issues, we had things not streaming, we had broken connections, we had broken hardware. Right now I've only got one thing that I know that is bothering me, but it's not concerned with the live stream. I'll show you guys what that is here in a little bit. It is an issue that has plagued me with the A10 Mini for a while, but it seems like it's worse now, but I'll talk a little bit about that as we go. But this is really just a chance for us to get caught up a little bit, because I am not going to be able to do a live stream next weekend. I will be traveling with retroKat next weekend for a little trip. So I wasn't going to have anything. I thought about not doing a live stream today because I'm trying to prepare a video, but then I thought, well, then I won't have one for almost 3 weeks if I don't do one today, and I really want to test everything out. So I was down in the studio yesterday, hard at work trying to get things together, which again we'll talk about. So a lot going on, but a lot of stuff trying to figure out this whole connectivity issue. So going back to where I started with. Again, apologies for all of you that joined us last time, but so far I've got an excellent connection over here, and I'll tell you how I think I got to that. So we'll spend some time on that. Also going to show you a few things that I have acquired, talk about some other things. I want to talk a little bit about my next video. Would also love to hear what you're up to. And then also I want to spend some time in chat, just kind of getting a chance to talk to all of you a little bit in chat. And also mention some conversations quickly that Chris got us started on in our Discord to encourage more of you to come join our Discord today. So we have that. And if you look in the video description, you saw that today should feel like less me, although it's going to be me because I'm your voice for chat and everything, but it's going to be a lot less me with a prepared content and a little bit of us chatting. So start to think about some questions you might have, queue those up as we go through a few things. We'll talk about that. So let me just check, make sure. Still have excellent conditions. So let me talk about, before I show you a few things over here, I've got something really cool I want to show you. But let me tell you a little bit about what I've been doing to try and fix the bandwidth thing. So for those of you that care, if you don't care, put it in chat, say, you know, I don't care. I'll be back in 5 minutes when you get done with your yammering about your bandwidth issues, okay? I don't believe it's bandwidth. I don't believe it is anything to do with our Xfinity. I think a lot of it is the A10 Mini. I think my A10 Mini is having some issues, as you'll see with another thing, but I also learned, finally was scrubbing the internets and some searches and found folks who were having the same issues I was with streaming from the A10 Mini ISO. Now what's neat about this though is you can configure your A10 Mini using XML files, and you can share default settings and other things like that. So I found somebody, let me see if I still have that page up, hold on. I don't know if it's really necessary I bring it up, but I did find a forum on the Blackmagic, and I think I've closed it. I did, on the Blackmagic forum, and somebody who was having the same issues I was kind enough to figure out how to set up the A10 Mini so it's not just using the default YouTube settings, but it's using the RTMP settings and some specific settings in the A10. So I'm hopeful. I did download that XML file. I did load that into my A10, so we're going to see if that fixes it. So that's what we're going for. So before I spend any more time on the A10, let me go ahead and see who we have in chat, because I think we have a pretty good group this morning, or this afternoon, depending on where you are, or this evening. Could be this evening for you. So I know Mr. Landfill was in here really early, said hello. Neil is with us right here. Hey Neil, good to have you. Mr. Landfill was checking out everybody a little bit earlier, as you can see that. Chris is here. And Chris has been active in the Discord, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. Chris has shared some really cool stuff. Jamie decided to retract something here just a few minutes ago, but then came back in and said, let me try again. How do y'all let the festivities begin? Well, Jamie, I'm not sure how much festivities we're having. A lot of conversation for sure. And don't forget that Jamie is a wrenched participant. So if you mention something and we need a link posted, if he has time, he can probably get that in there. The wrenches are the only folks who can actually post a link, including myself, of course. And then Mislav, if he shows up later, he is also wrenched. Just for those of you that know, you get a wrench if you become an executive producer of the channel. So that's how you can do that, and we'll talk more about that at midway through. Xander's here. He said, as he always does, good morning, night, eve, night, good morning, eve, night retros. There you go. I love it. So good to have you here, Xander. Michael popped in here and let me know we were hearing sound. Herb just showed up, I think, letting us know that it's working great. Hey, Norbert's here. Excellent. There we go. Sound is there. Now it works. Hey, so tell me a little bit about that sound, because I've moved the microphone. The microphone used to be up here, and I'll show you all this here in a minute because I can do that now, which is really cool. I'm really kind of digging my new setup. But now the mic is right there. So if I kind of go off center, before sometimes it would do some funky things. And yeah, it still has changed a little bit, but I'm hopeful that it's more directed and you're getting some really good sound out of it, and very little, if any, background sound. I would like to kind of know how the echo is doing though. So let me know if you're hearing some bouncing off. I thought maybe I need to put some sound and acoustical panels on the wall over there. That could help a little bit. So, hey, Jerry's here. Good to have you, Jerry. Hello, folks. Good to see you all here. Always good to have you with us, Joy. Jerry says, quality of video and sound is really good today. So much so, we can see the specks of dust. Hey, now you're just being... How do you know that's dust? Well, it can't be dandruff because I don't have any hair, right? Yeah, I was actually, the lovely accountant and I were outside dealing with retro pup. Whew, having a puppy in the house changes your life, gentlemen. Let me just tell you. Hey, Tim Roberts. Tim, think this might be your first time with us. If it is, put a little thing in chat. Let us know. But if it is, I think it's your first time. Everybody, do me a favor. Welcome, Tim. Because Tim, as I like to say, this is the friendliest chat you'll find on YouTube at this particular time. It's really a good group. No echo, that's good, and sound is great. So you all are great in chat. Let me go back. I'm going to go check. Hey, let me show you what I'm seeing here. Let me show you what I'm looking at. I am going to go to my Mac view here, and let's show you. And I've got this set up where I can do some really fun things now. You're going to see me drag. Oh, no, that's the one. That's not the screen I want. Let me drag this screen. No, you don't want to see that because you've already seen that. Let me pull this one right here over to here. So I can pull it into view, which I really like. That's kind of new. And as you can see right here, Tim, let me go ahead and get your thing off of here. Let me clear that out for us. And you can see right here, this is what I'm looking at. This is that excellent connect. I'm going to pause. You don't want to see double me. Let me pause that right here. This is that. This is what I'm looking at, and so far that has been spot on. I am really hoping that that XML file took care of it. But another thing I'm doing for those of you that were with me on an ad hoc live stream that I put together, just testing things out, I do have a new TP link. It's a one of those network uses your home wiring to hardwire a network. I'm trying to remember it. It's not Mocha. What is it? Jamie, you're out there. You can help me with it. But anyway, the router that I'm using is right above me, and there's power right there and down here, and I've plugged in, and it seems like it's really rock solid. Power line adapter. Thank you, Jamie. Jamie's one of my producers keeping me straight. So the power line adapter has really worked out well, and I like it because it keeps the ATEM on the network. It's not on the wireless network. It kind of feels like it's hardwired, and that is my default until, as I've said, we've got gigabit fiber coming into our neighborhood. Jamie lives in the same neighborhood. We've got that coming in sometime later on this year, in which case I hope for them to move my DMARC from up there to over here so that I can hardwire everything, and then I won't need those power line adapters, but I may use them for something else. But as you can see, we've had rock solid connection, which I think is a combination of things so far. It is that adapter getting off the wireless, and also I think it's those XML settings that I downloaded from the forum. So there you go. There's more than you really wanted to know about bandwidth. Should we put a plug on that one and be done with that? All right, so let's just assume everything's going to work great. So let's go back to here. And I need to move that window. Let me go ahead and pull that window back over here. Let me go over here, and I see that Chris has posted a question for us, which is really what I was hoping this would become, a place where we can just kind of talk a little bit about some questions that come up. It says, I have a question regarding screws used in the Commodore. Does anybody know if there's one type of screws? Now, Jamie just, hold on. Jamie just restored, well, not just, I mean, what was this? This was over Christmas. Jamie restored this one, and this one just has, and I can show you this because I can do this now, which is really nice. Here we go. Right here, you can see it's just, it looks like a standard type of screw. It's a Phillips, but your question is probably what kind of Phillips screw head that is. And I do not know off the top, but Jamie may have an idea of what that is, Chris. Let's see, or let's say the ones fastening, the keyboard to the case are different from those loop. That I believe is true. I think that's true on a lot of them, right? I'm trying to remember. All right, focus in. Come on. There you go. Oh, hang on. There we go. We got it focused. So let's see what some of our experts in the room say. If we had time, we'd pull that apart and check it out. So, but alas, we probably don't want to do that right now. All right. I was going to also mention something. I just had something in my mind that I was going to say about that, Chris, and now I don't remember what it was. So there you go. Anyway, yeah. Let me orient you a little bit. I just talked a little bit about I could do that with the camera. So now I have. Let me show you what I have going on in the studio, because this is a little bit of a studio kind of upgrade thing. I do have this shot right here, which is out of a Sony, which is great. The little Sony ZV-1 camera, which is great. I also have this top-down shot, which is now also one of the same type of cameras. So we're going to get the same kind of picture quality. Our studio shot has always been another Sony over here, which is nice. Then the one back here, the one on the desk, which is this view right here, has always been one that's bugged me. So now this is finally the same camera as everything else. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 Sonys feeding the studio. I have done all of that for all of you so that you had a consistent picture no matter which view I did, whether it was this one, this one, this one, or this one. You all had a consistent view and similar color quality and everything. So hopefully you appreciate that. That was a little upgrade that I made. I finally got this last one done through Amazon Prime Day. So that's where that one came into play. All right, so let's see, mid-Christmas in July. Hey, Jackie, good to have you here. Jackie, I believe, Jackie Lee, is this your first live stream with us? This could be your first live stream with us as well. So good to have you on board. Let's see, anybody else? Tim is thanking everybody. Thank you, everybody, for welcoming Tim. Make sure and thank Jackie as well. Looks like he snuck in here on us. And we have, just to kind of keep you up to date here, we have, if I can now find all the windows, here we go. We have about 14 of you. We still have an excellent connection. So that's still working. So far, so good. And we're 2 minutes and 13 in. Or I'm sorry, we're at 13 minutes in, so we're doing good there. All right, so here's a couple other things I want to show. Oh, Patrick just showed up. There you go. Patrick, good to have you here. Thanks for joining. Says a lot of screws used in Commodore computers can be purchased from, oh good, McMaster-Carr as the type Phillips rounded head thread form screws for plastic. Outstanding, good one. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. That's somebody capture that one. We need to capture that. Actually, that'll be captured now because people will be able to come back and watch us. I'll leave this live stream up afterwards as long as everything goes well. So we'll keep that up. All right. I do want to show you a few things, tell you a few things that I have going on. Let's go ahead. What should we do first? Let's get the studio out of the way, because one of the other things I can do that I'm really kind of excited about, this view back here, which is this one. This is now, and you can see there's a lot of bars and stuff here, but now I can do something fun with this one. This one has a quick release on it. So I can take it off and I can show you around the studio and make you nauseous. How about that? Which I think this is going to be really kind of nice. So let me kind of show you what's going on and try not to make you sick through the process. So here's my view right here. This is what I'm seeing, so you can check that out. These two monitors right here, if you were on the Discord, I told you that I'd talk a little bit more later. These used to be the lovely accountant's monitors. They were on her desk, and she had a nice mount and everything, but she got a new Samsung curved monitor, which she has just fallen in love with. She just loves that monitor. It is her birthday this week. As a matter of fact, her birthday is on Tuesday, and we are going to take a few days and go out of town for just like an hour away, but just an overnight to get away from RetroPup, quite honestly. But so when we got her that new curve monitor for her workspace, and I got these, which really upgraded my area. And you can see over here, I have the chat going. Over here, I have, this is the multi-monitor setup from the ATEM, so I can see everything that's happening on every monitor. Of course, the ATEM here. I control everything with the Stream Deck, though, right there. That's how that works. Now, this is the one that's driving me crazy right now. Watch this thing, it's going to flicker on and off. And I had this problem early, and I thought about sending the ATEM back, and then it cleaned itself up, and now it started flickering again. And this just drives me bonkers because it's very sporadic, and I know if I send it back to them when they get it, it's probably going to be fine. So it's one of those things, it's just kind of a pain in the neck. Here's another one of those cameras. These are the cameras I'm talking about. Here's the microphone I was talking about right here. So you can see that. And then you can see over here, I've got the Mac Mini running. This is the Mac Mini that powers everything behind the scenes. Again, I'm streaming through here, so that's how that's working. So this is kind of the setup. I do have a Chromecast. The way that I am displaying chat on screen whenever I do this right here is it is being, I'm casting this window to the Chromecast, and then I can pick the chats to show, and that's how that works. So I think that's kind of cool. Over here is my junk desk, as I like to say. You can see that. These are the things that, you know, I want to share or whatever. You can see a couple things. I got this great brick wall down here. I love that. That is real brick, by the way, folks. The person who owned this house before I did was a mason, which is kind of cool. So, and then of course, woo, there's me. And then behind it, you see all this stuff all the time. But now you can go down here and you can see some other things. And then here's a little project I'm working on. Careful there so I don't, right there. Y'all know that computer right there, the Naboo. This Vivor server rack mount here was actually provided to me for free by Vivor. You will see that in the next video. I'll talk more about that. So there we go. There is what's going on. How about that? So if you have any questions about any of that, I did have a few folks say, hey, could you create a blog post or a page that highlights all the equipment that you have? So one of these days I'll get to that. That's going to be a lot of work. So a lot going on there. Now, so that's the studio. Those are the upgrades that have been happening there. If you have questions about any of that, just pop it into the chat and I'll be happy to look at it. Going back again, being very careful to kind of check my stream. Looks like the stream is still rock solid. I'm going to check out my stream health here. It has been healthy for 18 minutes, and before 10 or 15 minutes in, we were usually out, okay? Oh wait, I said I wasn't gonna talk about that stuff anymore, didn't I? Okay, let's get to the good stuff. Here's what else I want to talk about. I need to go back to, where do I need to go back to? I wanna go back to, and I'm just kind of getting used to everything. There we go. All right, so let's go back to chat, just get you caught back up here real quick. I showed this earlier, but there is a searchable Commodore parts list, 5-second Google search, there you go. Search for Commodore searchable parts list. There you go. So take a look at that and you can find that. All right, now let's talk about a few other things. Some other things that we have. I'm gonna go to my top down here. So now we have this view. I do need to fix this little window right here. That's a little constraining, and I had it a little bit bigger before, so I gotta go back and fix that. But that's neither here nor there right now. So a couple other things I picked up for Amazon Prime Day. You can never have too many of these. Both of these, 128 gigabytes. These were $10 a piece, which is kind of nice during Amazon Prime Day. One of these, and I wish Mislav was here. One of these is going to be for the, I am going to actually attempt to mess around with Pi-Mega 3, and I really want to do that, and I needed a large SD card to do that, because I think the Pi-Mega 3, just the download is like 40 gigs, so when it's decompressed, I think it's going to be more than 64. So there is that. And then this one is going to be used in one of the cameras for some camera work, because I want to record some 4K and do some, use it to be able to do some zooming and some prepared video. So I thought $10, not bad for Samsung. Maybe not the best, but I really wanted a name brand. You can get cheap, but I just don't trust them. So there's that. Also have Last time, before we actually lost the stream, let me go ahead and zoom in here. I can do that now too. Check that out. Oof, how about that, man? We are high speed. Last time I started talking about Zap 64. Zap 64 was released. I just received that. But in case you didn't know, for my Mega 65 fans out there, Zap 64 also has a page on the Mega 65 now. It's an actual area in their column in their magazine every month when they produce. So if you're not getting this magazine, I love this magazine. I'm really having a blast with it. Perifractic, or as I like to call him, Perifrantic, because sometimes he's all over with his enthusiasm, which I love. He is now the editor right there, so you can check that out and see what good he's brought to the magazine, but just a lot of fun stuff. So this is the latest one. To get this, all you have to do is go to their Patreon and subscribe. It is well worth the money if you just are looking for that monthly retro fix. There's some fun stuff. This is kind of fun. They have papercraft builds in here, which I thought was kind of neat. So just some really fun stuff for those retro enthusiasts. Obviously Commodore focused. Oh, here's Zeta Wing 2. As a matter of fact, I was going to play that on the last live stream and check it out, and that didn't go. So maybe we'll come back to that. Well, we will come back to it. Yeah, the last live stream, the other thing we were going to do is we were installing the RTC into the Mega, and we were also going to load the new version 5 core on the Mega 65. We didn't get to that either. So that will probably be the next live stream. We'll come back in, we'll check out the RTC, make sure it's working, and then we'll come back and load the V5 core and play some 64 games on the Mega 65. And Zeta Wings 2 is one of those. So pretty cool. So I love this magazine. You should be subscribing to this and supporting that. That's awesome. Another thing, just to kind of give you a heads up, the next video will be a Naboo video, but it's going to be a cool one. I think you're going to like it. And I've already done some pre-recording. I hope to finish up some recording this week and then have it online next week. But we are going to install the F-18A into the Naboo. Some of you may be saying, what is the FA-18? Well, the FA-18 will give me 80 column mode and enhanced, I think enhanced graphic modes. I'll have to do a little more research. But I'm going to get that installed. What's really nice is it comes with the cable, so you can put it to VGA. So my Cloner Alliance over here can actually capture that for us, which will be nice. But then this is really cool. It also comes with a back plate. So we'll be able to put that into the Naboo and have VGA out from the back plate. That's pretty cool. So that's the video that's coming up, just as a little sneak peek for you. If you have an interest in that, you're going to appreciate it. Even if you're not really interested in the Naboo, I think you'll be interested in what I'm doing. I show the before, after. We're going to try some software in 40 column and 80 column mode. And we're going to see if we retain compatibility so that we can play those MSX games on the Naboo with that F-18A in there. So that's also what's going on. So let's see how many of you I've lost. Oh, we've gained viewers. All right, that's what we like to see. All right. The other thing, this one I'm really excited about. Well, let me say that one for last. I do want to share this one. This is a neat little guy right here. I've been having a blast with this. This is the Hue Ion. So I showed you the Stream Deck just a minute ago. The Stream Deck right here. This is not a Stream Deck. It is far from being a Stream Deck because it doesn't have LCD buttons, but it does have this really cool jog. You can hear it click, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I think you can hear that. It's really nice in that you can install the software, you can program it, and then each button can do whatever. And I have set this up as a video editor on the go when I'm traveling. I do have the speed editor that comes with the DaVinci Resolve. It's pretty, you don't want to pack it and take it with you. But this, I can throw this in the bag and take it with me. So when I am traveling for work or vacation and I want to do some video editing, I can throw that in the bag, and I've assigned all these. And I'm probably going to share my assignment keys. I like the way I've assigned the keys, so that's pretty cool. This was during Amazon Prime Day. I think it was, I want to say it was only $30, $40, which is pretty good considering the speed editor is like $250 or $300, $250 maybe now. So it's just a really neat alternative. But of course you can use this with anything too, and the speed editor only works with, the scroll wheel only works with DaVinci Resolve. So I can have this do all kinds of things, and I'm I'm going to be playing with Onshape for 3D printing. I've decided to move to Onshape for all my 3D modeling. So I'm learning Onshape, and that's part of what I'm doing on vacation too, is learning how to use that. Because I also, which you'll see later during Amazon Prime Day, I pulled the trigger, folks. I've got a new 3D printer, which we'll talk about later. So that's going on. So there you go. If you're interested in an inexpensive, I'll put the links to a lot of this stuff down in the video description after the live stream if you're interested. All right, and then the last thing that I want to show you, which is Commodore related, and then we'll come back into chat and see how you guys are doing. So if you have questions or anything, make sure you put those in there. This is really neat. Let me show you this guy right here. Let me go back to my top down right here. And this is a little something from Jeffrey Daniels. Check this out. This is the VIC-20 Quick Reference Book. Now this is really nice. I found out about this in, I believe it was a forum. Was it a forum or was I just searching? I'm trying to remember how I found out about this. Anyway, oh gosh, I think I was just browsing, and so I reached out to it says edited by, and you'll see what it is here in a minute. I reached out to the editor, Jeffrey Daniels, and said, hey, I saw your VIC-20 Quick Reference Book, and he's really done a nice job with the printing, and he had it available. You can download as a PDF, so I sent it to my Kindle Scribe. But I really wanted a hard copy to go with my collection of fine reading material back here. And he said, well, I had, you can go to Lulu and you can print it there. There's a couple of different services that he had online where you could print it. And he then said, I also have a special run for friends. I think he had 40, 50 copies. I can't remember the number. He may watch this later and maybe put something in the comments for us, where he had some for friends that were done special. He didn't say where they were, and he was kind enough to say, hey, I'll get you one of those if you want one. So I sent him a little money to reimburse him for all that, and this showed up, and this thing is just beautiful. I mean, look at this. It's the VIC-20 Quick Reference Handbook, so it's not a user's guide, but check this out, guys. If you're a VIC-20 fan like I was, because this was my first computer, you can see here over here we have the memory map. Over here on the left, things are in color. It looks really good. We have an introduction, specifications, value charts. We got some basic commands, PETSCI characters, display options, memory labels. Here's some quick start guide here for how to load software. This thing is just a beautiful piece of book. He took some time. Also love, and I don't know if you can see it, but he took some time to include some of the fun caricatures from, or the characters from the VIC-20 manual. So he kind of kept that style. And you can just see here are the different models here. Here's the PETSCI characters along with their decimal and hex codes, which is just fact. Look at that. So it's just a quick reference book that is just ready for me to dig into. Here are some of our commands and functions that we have available to us. All those are kind of listed. Example of basic program line structure. I mean, how about this? And again, this just really brings back some great memories. Here's our operations and our digital ops, PETSCI characters. All of our PETSCI characters are in here. Screen character codes. So just awesome piece. Check this out. Screen colors, more character information. I love this. These are the musical notations and the poke codes that you need. And this is really kind of a cool graphic. And he created all this himself. Can you imagine? Put all of this together himself. Just through some interactions with him. He's a higher education guy like me. So it was kind of neat to hook up with him on that too. So there you go. And again, just one of those things you can just kind of go through, and here's all your colors from the VIC-20. It's got a full index in the back, which is nice. And I think that's it. And what's this right here? Variable log. Oh, that's kind of cool too. Check that out. And then on the back, he's done a really nice job with the front and the back. So go to sleepingelephant.com/denial and you can pick up your copy of this. Not sponsoring. This is I paid for this myself. But if you want to get your own copy, he does have a vendor who will spiral bound this for you. If you're a VIC-20 fan like I am, this is the book for you. I highly recommend this. And while you're on top of it, it looks like he's really doing this at cost, because what you'll do is you'll take the PDF and send it kind of over. I think maybe Lulu, you get a kickback. If you might even want to send him a couple bucks more just to thank him for his time, because that was a lot of work. So that was fabulous. Hey, let's go check on chat, see how you all are doing, see what's going on here. There you go. Neil knows about it. Sleeping Elephant Denial Forum for VIC-20. There it is. That's exactly where I saw it. Let's go ahead and back up a little bit. Has anyone heard it? So Patrick, has anyone heard a status update on the Mega 65 shipping the next batch of computers? I have not. I know right now they're working on the Release 4 board. I don't know if anybody's aware of that. It'll have a little different board in it than what my Mega 65 right here has in it. That's the R3 board. And the dev kit was the R2 board, so that is coming. I think they're trying to get all that fixed up. They're updating the ROM for the next version. I just feel like it's really imminent now because there's some things going on, especially with the ROM. They're trying to get that final release for the next ROM. So Discord, Patrick, is always the best place to ask those questions, but that's where I get my information, and I don't know anything more than you do probably if you're getting that from the Discord. Neil says, ooh, I want one of those. I'm assuming you're talking about the book, right? Yep. Hello World. Yeah, absolutely. Evil J, good to have you here. Thanks for joining us. I think that's the first time I've seen you. A new viewer, I think. Heli Zero, have you actually... you haven't been with us, I don't believe, but thanks for popping in. Good to have you here. And everybody welcome Heli Zero to the chat room. We want him to feel welcome, or her. Could be either. Generally, guys are hanging out here, but yeah. Don't know why, but I can't log in there anymore. Oh, really? I wonder what's going on. Have to check that out and see what's going on. Let's see. Darn it. Gotta go take my daughter to work. We'll try to join back. Okay, well, Evil J will probably, you may already be gone. Probably be going for not more than probably 28 more minutes. This is kind of be shorter than normal. It is awesome, Xander. Thank you for that. Yep, it is a very nice reference, says Jamie. Absolutely. We need such a book for the C60. There actually is someone who has redone the user's manual and the programmer's reference guide for the 64 that you can pick up. So you may want to check that out, which is pretty cool. I will try and see if I can remember where I saw that, and I just saw it recently, and I'll try and link that in the video description when I'm done later on today. That is if I'm not distracted by learning how to use Onshape to trying to build something for the 3D printer. More on that later. I got a couple, now that I've got some really great ideas in the back of my head. I'm hoping to get back to making some of those new unique things like the Tedduino I created. So hoping to get back to that. Neil, is it available on a well-known online store less than £4 delivered? I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe Neil will come back here. He says, hi, Mark. What store does it... Oh, I'm not sure I understand what's tracking there. Guy here. Okay, well, good. Good to know you're a guy. Just checking, you know. I can't assume anything with names, right? Let's see. retroCombs. It's now the Release 5 board. One of the R4 parts wasn't available, so a minor revision with a few... Oh, okay. Thank you. So R5. So we're talking about the R5 board instead of the R4. Appreciate, Michael, the correction. It a Prime store. For the scrolling thing. Yeah, I'll put the link all down for that too. Hey, Barry on, good to have you. I think it's been a while since you've been here, but Barry has been with us before, so it's great. And Xander saying hello to Barry, and neat and begin. Perfect. Okay, so let me just go ahead and before we talk a little bit about some other things, glad you all are hanging out in chat. That is perfect. I really want you guys to enjoy each other's company together as well as listening to me drone on, right? I do want to bring up, let me go ahead and bring up a new window here and get this little screen here and get that, and let me go ahead and do my sales pitch here and get that out of the way. For those of you that are enjoying the conversation, one of the things you can do to continue the conversation after the show is if you have an interest and you want to support me and the channel, then you can, if I can get rid of Neil's little chat here, hang on. This is quite complicated. Let me tell you, when you got all these windows, there we go. You can come over here and you can go to buymeacoffee.com/retrocombs, and you can, if you come over here to the right, you can join at these fun Commodore inspired levels, and at each level you get a little something extra. But the one level that the majority of you might be interested in is if you want to support at the $2 level. Check this out. If you click see more, you get access to this little guy right here, which is our Discord community, which I'm going to talk about in just a minute. You can only get access to the Discord at that level, and we have these conversations, these kind of continue that you're having in chat. Those continue online and they live forever, which is nice, so you can go back and find the information. So if you're interested in that, you can do that. As you go up, I have a producer, what I call producer level at the Mega 65 level is executive producer, and if you come in at C128, you are at the producer level. So and then you get some extra things, and if you are an executive producer, you get a wrench. We give you a wrench and you can help manage the chat. So that kind of is a nice little perk. I have also, because people asked for it, but nobody's used it except for one person. If you go down to the bottom, down here right now, if you go down there, by the way, if you all click like, subscribe, hopefully you've all done that, hit that thumbs up so that people know we're online right now, but also leave a comment. All that stuff you have to do, because that supports the channel. That's something you can do, and it's free. But you also see a member down there. So if you are trying to manage your YouTube memberships via YouTube, you can do that down there, and it's $5 a month, I think. And you will get access to the Discord. You'll get a sticker and some other. Oh, speaking of stickers, I just have everything for you guys today. So these just came in. Check those out. Woo, holographic stickers. And those of you that join at specific levels, I will send you one of these free of charge. Well, it's not free of charge. You supported the channel, but these are pretty cool. Also, if you happen to be at Computer Festival Midwest, Jamie and I are going to make the run up there. And if you are in the United States and planning on attending that, look for me. And if you're there, and even if you're not supporting but you find me, I'll give you one of those, okay? So if you're supporting me and you find me, maybe you'll get two. Or maybe I'll give you one of the OG stickers or magnets, which has my old logo, which is right here, which you can't get those anymore because they told me I couldn't sell these anymore because it looks too much like Atari intellectual property. Go figure, all right? So that's pretty interesting. All right, so Jamie has put the link in for the VIC-20 reference guide. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Let me go ahead and put that up here for everybody so that you can see that. Jamie's in the back end helping me out here. Let's see, Mark, the VIC-20 book can be ordered from the Amazon store. Oh, if I write the name, it won't post. Interesting. I did not know it was available to you. Oh, wait, I think I do remember that now. Yes, Neil is a VIC-20 member, which I love. Thank you for waiving your VIC-20. Oh, by the way, if you also are a member, like Neil, at the VIC-20 level, you can go to the Discord. This is another Discord thing. If you're at the Discord, you can download a little, I call it an e-badge. So if you want to proudly tell everybody the level that you're supporting the channel, you can do that. It's just something fun to do, which I think is great. Jamie's got a thumbs up there for helping. Other options are right here, which is great. So you can check that out right there, which is nice. The last thing you can do, and then I'll shut up about supporting the channel, is you can hit that thanks button down below if you want to just give a little tip or something. And also, when you do that, you get to put a little fun emoji into the chat. So that's a lot. I'll shut up now. Let's get off of that and let's get on to one other thing and that we're going to talk about, which is kind of what I was just talking about, which was the Discord. Chris, I don't know if you are still out there watching. If you are, I'm going to pull up the Discord. I want to show you all a little bit about what you're missing here. And Chris posted some really fun stuff and in our chat and in our Discord. So let me show you what the Discord looks like so that some of you can see what kinds of conversations are happening in there. But then I want to head, Discord's taking a little bit of time to load here. I'm not sure what's going on there. We'll give that a chance. There we go. Let's see. Let me go ahead and bring this over here so that you can follow along with me. Let me get rid of this guy right here. You don't need to see that anymore. You want to see this. So here is, let me go ahead and full screen that. Here is the Discord right here. This is what it looks like. And yes, I get to say that I am friends with Bill Hurd on the Discord. It's been great having him. Sometimes he pops in. So We may see him pop in, who knows? But it is kind of cool to have him, and you can see some of the other folks here. But if you look over here, you can see we have announcements, and this is blown up so it's easier for you guys to see. So you can see right here, I just uploaded a new video. This is basically I'm live, so you get those announcements, which is kind of cool. And then you'll see some of the areas we have, like the live stream today. I announced that, so if you're wanting to know when I'm going to live stream, those are some things. But you see we have these really fun areas, and I'm not going to go through all of them. But if we go to today, some really fun conversations from Chris about this really neat sound card deal that many people may not have realized that they produced for. Can I move that? Can I? Probably not in this mode right now, because I do have. Well, let me see if I can minimize that just a little bit. There we go. That's a little bit better. That's going to make it easier for you. In Poland specifically, they produced this card for the 264 series that lets you use a Yamaha sound processor, the AY3, to play music. And the video is really cool. It's right here. I can't click it or link it, but hey, if you join the Discord, then you can go get that link, which is a lot of fun. And Chris was able to find some of these adapters in Poland. I think he said he found 3 of them. He's offered to send one to me. So Chris, if you're out there, I'll help ship that over here if we need to do that. Just let me know. But it's really gonna be cool. I thought what we do when it shows up, we'll do a little history behind it, what we know. We'll plug it into the +4, maybe the C16, and see if we can run it on the C16, which has less memory. So we'll try that out. So that's really kind of cool. And then Chris has been busy. Was it water cooler? Let me see. I think it was. Yeah, he's been shared this great video that have a wonderful weekend with your Commodore, and it's a song in oh my gosh, now I'm showing my ignorance. Spanish? Oh, was it Spanish? I think it is. And it's about the Commodore 64. So Gürçe was kind enough to go and translate it, or find a translation link for us, which is really cool. So again, that's just kind of the stuff that's happening in the Discord. If you are interested in joining us there and seeing that, and you get access like 24/7 if you want to ask questions. I love the community that we're building, because they are just doing a great job answering each other's questions, interacting with each other, having fun. And we'd like to have some more folks in there, because every time we get more folks, we get really cool stuff. So that's kind of what's happening there. Italian, there you go. Thank you, Chris. So Chris is he's correcting me, which is good. I thought I was gonna. Yeah, I'm horrible at that. If it's not German or English, forget it. I'm out. Neil says, I need to get on the Discord more. I always forget. I know. So Neil, this is why I'm reminding you. Don't forget, we have great conversations over there. So it is just kind of a fun place to hang out. I do I do have an area in there called behind the scenes, where a lot of times I'm kind of sharing some of the other stuff that is going on, that is just, what's going on with me or the lovely accountant. Maybe RetroPup gets a post every once in a while, so there's that area too. I do some of that on Twitter, but I try and reserve some of the more personal stuff to the folks who are members. So sharing a little bit more behind the scenes and that type of thing. So, all right. If I look at my agenda, I have covered everything in about 43 minutes, which is good. Let's kind of check some things out here. While I'm kind of checking a couple other things out, if you have any questions, comments, anything you'd like to chat about, again, kind of making this a users group kind of meeting. If there's something that you want to share or talk about, we can do that together. But let's check and see if we have had stability through this thing the entire time. So here's the good news, and I will share this with you. Let me go ahead and get this guy out of here. Let me move this one out. I am loving that I can kind of pre-stage some stuff. It would be nice if I had a way to, I thought I drug that over. Maybe I didn't. We'll get there. Hold on just a second. All right. Okay. Well, and let me bring this one down. And now I've got to move this one back over here. There we go. It's a little bit of drag, and I'll get used to it as we go. And then I can pop this back up here. So you can see we have had, if I look down here, we have had no error messages. Applause, applause. Everybody put an applause in the chat. We've had no error messages whatsoever. I believe this is the very first stream in probably forever that we've not had any kind of errors. So either the XML file or the power line adapter is doing what it should be doing. You all have said the sound is good, the camera seems to be good, so I'm anxious to go back and see this afterwards and see how it's all working, because I think I may have finally figured it out, folks. Everybody keep those fingers crossed for next time, and we will see how it goes. So that's pretty exciting for me. Again, a lot of today was just a chance to get caught up with you, check everything out, give you some updates about what was going on over here, and just kind of spend some time together. Let me go back to chat, and we will start to, unless we've got some conversation, we'll get to, hey, there's Geek with Social Skills. Hey, great to have you. Thanks. You're probably just popping in. You're just popping in. We're getting really ready just to pop out unless we get some conversation going in chat. What if you play? Jackie Lee wants me to play a video game. I don't know that I can do that quickly, Jackie Lee. By the way, is this your first time joining us, Jackie? I think it might be. So thanks for joining us. It's great here. Where Jamie says rock solid. I know. I'm so excited. Jamie has commiserated with me on this whole journey. He's offered suggestions. I think I've ignored everything he said. Sorry, Jamie. I don't take, as the lovely accountant will tell you, I don't take directions well. So, but actually part of that, you were talking about the Mocha lines. That's what made me think, oh, power line adapter. I could try that because I could not find, I didn't have any cable running. So there was that. So yeah, Sean, yeah, it is good to see you here. Geek with Social Skills, Sean. Herb says best connection I have ever had. So that's good. Herb has been here for a while for sure. So thank you for that. Oh my goodness, Chris, you didn't need to do that, but thank you so much. We have a strong +4 and C16 section. Drop a penny and join our Discord. I love you, Chris. Thank you for doing that. It's very nice. Yes, those of you that haven't joined, please come in. Drop, like he said, drop a penny or two. Join us at the Vic 20 level. Come into the Discord. Have some fun with us. We'd love to have you there. Sean saying, hey, back to Jamie. The two of them have a little love relationship with each other going on. Actually, they talk a lot about things in Twitter. Jamie's Hack Shack has a big hammer and can fix anything. Yeah, so also, I'm hard-headed too. I think a lot of us are. So, by the way, if you've not had a chance to subscribe to Jamie's channel, make sure you go do that. We're gonna, I think eventually Jamie and I are gonna develop like a neighborhood network. It's gonna be like some network and he's a channel and I'm a channel. Maybe there's somebody else on the corner over there that's running a network, but he's starting to get some traction on his channel. Jamie tends to focus on a lot of the harder hardware stuff or networking stuff that I won't focus on. Mine, as you all know, is more kind of user-based. Community build, playing games, that type of thing. But if you want to see some really kind of more geeky back-end kinds of things like soldering tools, check out Jamie's Hack Shack. He's really starting to develop a really cool channel. Love his last video with some badge stuff. And I'm only going to say that to kind of get you to go there. So go over there and support Jamie too. He's been a huge supporter of my channel and we want to make sure that we get him some subscribers. He's getting, oh, we just had a glitch. Sean said we just had a glitch. Okay, let's go check. Let's go check it. Let's see if I'm registering that anywhere. What did I do with it? Let me go to. I need. That is. Where did I do with it? I think I put it over. Oh, there it is. I got it right here. Let me drag it back over here, and let's see if we got an error on my side. Sean, I have no errors on my end. So let's see. I appreciate it, though. I want to know this. Herb said he got circle hiccup. Yeah, very brief. If it was just me. Hey, guy. Oh, hey, Dave. Good to have you. Dave, I think you're new. So thanks for coming. Jackie says buffering. Neil says, okay, so if I go back to my error messages, I have no, and I usually get an error message back. Now, I will say this, since you all are helping me here, there's 20, hey, thanks for gosh, there's 20 of you watching. Thank you so much. If I was watching Think Media's live stream yesterday. Think Media is a group that kind of helps live streamers like me try and build, their studio and audience and all those types of things. He was live, and this guy has bandwidth out the wazoo, and I was getting a circle and quick buffering with him. I think we can't always count on all of us getting a perfect stream every time. I think there's some YouTube stuff going on. I think the good news is if you go back and view this afterwards, if we were to mark this time, which it's 2:49, I'll try and remember that. I'll go back and check. We won't see it. So it's really weird. But again, I don't have an error message. So for me, that tells me that things are going pretty well. And the error message is on the YouTube Studio side, not the ATEM Mini. That's where that data is coming from. So it means that they're getting it, but something is not going out. So I'm assuming that. Oh, here's a, wow. Hey guys, I just found a feature here and I don't want to hit it. That's interesting. I could play an ad for all of you right now if I wanted to. I'm not going to do that. I did not notice that. That's pretty interesting. I can create a highlight video. Oh, that's kind of cool. And I can add stream marker. Ooh, I need to start playing with that. So if I hit add stream marker, it says stream marker added, markers appear in the video afterwards. Oh, that's interesting. So now I can go back and find that marker and see if we have buffering. So I'll just go back a little bit before that. That's a neat feature. I did not know that was there. So that's pretty cool. Okay, let me get back out of there. Let me get back into chat. Michael, I also had a brief glitch, wondering if it was on my connection. All good here, no glitches. So see, so Mark didn't have any. Some of you did. You're right. It happened because I said, hey, it's per. Yeah, see, just like that. Now, that was a joke. You did not just hang, right? Yeah, right. Bad joke, dad joke, as they say upstairs, right? Make an ad for your channel. Then if you need a quick break, you can. Oh, that'd be a good idea. I'm going to make a little ad, and then I can take a break. Sit back and let... Yeah, I'm not really much into the... I don't think, Neil, I would ever just have an ad that I inserted. I think that would be a little rough, so... All right, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna put up the, here's my ad right there. And that's Chris helping out. So Chris, thank you so much again for that super chat. You are fine member, my friend. Okay, let's see. Jackie, we're not gonna get to a game just because I don't have, I could, but it'd take a lot to set up. And in all honesty, I got some stuff I wanna do. I do wanna try and see if I can get that FA18 installed over here and run a couple of tests. I could try and do that live, but then that's going to mess up some recording, so I'm not going to do that. Let me wrap all this up unless you guys distract me in chat. This will be a shorter one, which will be nice because I know some people like to watch these afterwards and they won't feel like they have to sit here for an hour and 15 minutes for a change, which is nice. Glitch again, buffer again. Let's check and see what's going on. Still no errors on my side, which is really weird. So Sean and Michael, both of you are in the US, I believe, right? Michael Whip, what's the FA18? A little bit earlier I talked about it. The FA18 is not that. It's actually right here. That is an FPGA, and what it does is it gives us 80 column mode and some enhanced graphic modes for computers that use the TI graphics chip, and I don't remember the VDP. I don't remember the number. The Naboo uses it. I could actually plug this into a TI 994A and it would work, but it's going to go into the Naboo because I also got a really cool backplate for it. So that's going to be my next video. So stay tuned for that, and you're going to learn a lot more about this little guy, and you're going to see the before and after. So that is coming. So Jamie, you also got a buffer too. Michael says the FA18's for us of the Naboo to get caught. Yeah, exactly. I just said that. Perfect. Yes, you did. You heard, did I hear FIFA 18? No, you heard F18A. There we go. Pretty funny. Yeah, you do need to install yours. Why don't you let me take the one for the team first, and then Jamie, it'll make it easier for you if I run into issues, because I will note those things. Yeah, Sean, I thought you were on the West Coast, so yeah, absolutely. So we'll see. Again, everything's fine now, though, right? Have a great day and enjoyable computer fair next week. Not the computer fair next week, Xander. That's not coming up for a while. Next week is me and retroKat traveling. So I have Naboo in box like FA18. Good. Absolutely. Good. Look forward to it. Geek with Social Skills. I'm also on the West Coast. So I wonder, West Coast server maybe? Something going on out there? Sounds like a plan. There you go. West Coast, best coast. Well, now come on. Well, I'm a Midwest, so I can't fight the coastal battle, so we're okay. Ohio, there we go. Herb and I are Midwest. We're neighbors. So I'm in Indiana. Herb is right across in Ohio. So, and I used to live in Ohio. I used to live in Dayton, Herb. My dad was stationed in the Air Force at Wright-Patterson. So that was my background. So, all right, let's wrap this thing up because it looks like chat is starting to peter out a little bit. And let me just check one more time. Still got no errors whatsoever. We've had good views today. We made, oh, the Cutie Honey just popped in and we're just getting ready to go. Cutie, or maybe you've been here, just, you know, the Colorado thing. So, and, oh, Montpelier. Yeah, I know where that is. Good deal. Did your dad work at no, you know what? My dad was you ready for this? He was a hospital administrator for the hospital, but he was the first sergeant for the hospital at Wright-Patterson, which at the time was the largest hospital in the United States Air Force inventory, which was really kind of cool and a nice little thing for him. Jerry says Delaware, Ohio. So, oh, got those two glitches here. So it's not anywhere else. Sand Slapper originally here, so I have to pull for East Coast. Yeah, that's right. Patterson Air Force Base. Any UFO stories? No UFO stories for me. I've never seen a UFO. I hate to say it, guys, but I don't. Ask the lovely accountant. We have this conversation all the time. I am not a UFO person, and until I actually see life somewhere else, then I'll believe it then. But yeah, so he worked on the aliens. Yeah, sure, he worked on the he administered the systems to work on the aliens. Yeah, so. That's funny. More specifically, the town gave the world the motel for. There you go. That's right. Yeah. I know. Love you. We love the conversation. We have the conversation a lot, just because it's fun to kind of have that conversation. So it is a blast. Yeah, for sure. Now I love a good conspiracy UFO movie. I will say that. I love a good alien, like an Independence Day film where the aliens are taking over. I don't like benevolent aliens. I want them just to take out the world. You know, those are the kinds of movies I like. So speaking of movies, not that I want to get into a whole movie thing, but I got to check out Oppenheimer. Not that has anything to do with aliens, but maybe it does. All right. There's your conspiracy theory for the day. Okay, there it is. I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens. That's hilarious. You know what? It was aliens that took my stream down. That's what's causing the buffering today. Aliens are flying overhead, and they're taking down my stream. They're sucking up bandwidth. How about that? Does that work? We can go there, right? Insert wild hair dude. Hey, how about insert no hair dude? That works too, Jamie. Do we know any wild haired dudes? I don't know that we do. So, all right. So you guys keep distracting me, which is great. But I am going to cut this off now. First of all, thank you all again for joining this live stream. This was actually a lot of fun. If you like this live stream, this type where we just kind of sit around and chat without anything prepared, make sure you leave a message down and leave a comment below. Make sure you leave those comments too, because they help this get out there, right? The YouTube algorithms. But also, if you didn't like it and you say, hey, maybe you do something because you just rambling, that was just like an hour of my time wasted that I could have gotten back doing something else. I'm fine with that too. Or maybe it's a mix, but leave a comment below afterwards and let me know what you thought about this live stream. Again, apologies for some of you, the buffering. It doesn't sound like the buffering was ever bad like it was 2 weeks ago when everything just crashed. So it sounds like we were good there. But we did have a couple of hiccups. But again, I'm still showing, and I'll go back and check the recording, or whatever they call it, the archive. It looks like it's going to be fine. Ads will run shortly for some viewers. No, I'm going to skip that. You all don't have to watch ads. There we go. I just skipped ads for all of you that are not YouTube premium members. So there you go. Congratulations, you're ad-free. And I will try and remember to keep an eye on that when it's live. All right, so, okay, one more quick run through the chat. It's like you guys are like at the rock concert trying to keep me in here. For me, it was aliens, me. Oh, yeah, there you go. Giorgio something. Oh, yeah. Have a good rest of your day, everyone. Sean's ready to go. Neil Curtis says, correct. Jamie's ready to go. He wants to get back to his family. The producer of Ancient A. Oh, okay. I'm back. Okay. Evil J is back. Evil J, welcome back. We're getting ready to leave. So there you go. You can go back, scrub back, and get caught up. We went through a UFO conspiracy conversation, which was kind of fun. Michael says, if you keep talking, they can actually kick us out of the library community room. Oh, that's funny. Click thumbs down twice. That's just wrong. That's just wrong. Okay, and Neil says, I've enjoyed it. Well, good. Thank you for that. And let's see. Yeah, we did miss Mislav, so hopefully he'll pop in later and take a look. We needed our other executive producer. By the way, we need another executive producer. If somebody else would like to be an executive producer, don't forget, buymeacoffee.com/retrocombs. Join at the Mega 65 level, and you can be an executive producer, get a wrench, get a free, and the Mega, and well, you would miss it for this year. But executive producers get a free holiday gift for me. Last time it was that precision power screwdriver. So who knows what it's going to be this year. Got some ideas, still working on it, and that's coming. You have to be an executive producer for a year or 10 months or so. I'm pretty lenient on it, and I send a nice little holiday gift. Well, I don't know that you missed the whole thing, but you missed a little bit. You can go back and scrub and see what's going on. Hey, thumbs down twice is better than once. Yeah, well, yeah, I guess that's true, right? They do that. All right, post-meeting burrito and a donut run will be in the Discord. Hey, there you go. Perfect. Yeah, join us in the Discord. I'll tell you what, for those of you that are hanging around, I will pop into the Discord while I'm doing a few finalized things down here. So if you want to chat, go to the live stream channel in Discord and we can finish up there. All right, and there we go. All right, that's it. That's it for me. I am finally going to get out here. So what I like to do is I like to kind of bring the music back up. Let's see if I can do that. Oh, there it is. All right. And I am going to get out of here. retroCombs out. Thanks for joining. Really enjoyed it. Great time. Have a great Sunday. See you in 2 weeks. See you next week with a prepared video. Oh, wait. Hey, no, I can't do this. I got to get rid of that thing. Hold on. I think I need to work out something where... There we go. Now I can do it. So then I can retroCombs out. Bye, all.